only white people know about this shit?
I don't know what the deal is, man. I mean, I'm sure it's not like Mormon heaven. I'm sure you could probably figure out about it if you wanted.
Damn.
But it's got Golden Corral.
It's gotta be white people shit.
It's like there's like Cracker Barrel instead.
Gotcha. So you can get like the notch below it if you want.
I'm just like naming this when you like white people restaurants.
Might as well name all of them. Shit.
Black people don't do restaurants?
We do. I mean, but they're like not major.
Oh, they're not like chains.
Like, don't even like white men own Popeyes.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit right there, isn't it?
But what do we win? Nothing. Nothing.
Well, your spokesperson is black.
That's it. That's it. That's how we can get.
I always thought that was a little unfair. Like a company owned by a bunch of white dudes, and then you have like the black spokesperson. I'm like, okay.
It fucking happens.
Really?
More than this shit.
That's
but
hilarious.
I mean, it's life. It's life. Fuck it.
You're from here, right, Lubbock?
Yeah.
Yeah. Born and raised?
Yep.
Yeah.
Playgrounds where I spent most of my days.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Were you, what was your family like? Do you have like mom, dad, fucking brothers, sisters, that kind of shit?
Yeah, I have mom and a dad.
Nice.
Surprisingly. Like, a lot of people don't think black people have dads, but yeah, I got a dad.
That's another common stereotype. Yeah.
My dad's always been there. Great guy. Love my guy. I have two brothers, no sisters. I'm the youngest one out of 3.
Oh, damn.
I'm the baby.
Wow.
Yeah, 27.
Wow, man, that's crazy. You have kind of an older family and stuff, huh? What's the age gap like?
Between me and my brother?
Yeah.
5 years for all of us.
Oh, okay. So you're all within 5 years, or it's like one kid, then 5 years, and then one kid, then 5 years?
Yeah, like that.
Okay, that's the way my sister, my sister's family, my wife's family is too.
Yeah.
So I see that a lot.
Yeah,
That's crazy,
I
man.
kind of grew up alone, but yeah.
Okay, like Sibling Island type thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's sad, man.
It sucks, really.
Siblings.
Really?
Yeah.
Islanders. Sibling Islanders?
Yeah.
Is that what you call that? They do call that
It's
Sibling Island,
it's like
right?
where you have a sibling, but it lives on a different island.
Yep.
Yeah.
How I feel.
And you just kind of like...
You're out there. The only thing you have for yourself is a fucking like ball with the face painted on it.
Yeah.
Fucking Wilson.
Yeah, I was one of those creative kids. I just played the video game and wrote fucking lyrics and shit. So.
What video games did you play?
Mario. A lot of Mario, a lot of Sonic.
The original?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you had Sonic too. You had a Sega.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I had the Mario Kart. That was another favorite.
Yeah, that was a blast. On 64?
Yeah.
That thing was fucking
that
fun.
64 changed my fucking life.
Yeah, 64s were a blast, dude.
I used
Really,
to
really
play
fun.
That shit. The wrestling games, used to play the fuck out of those.
See, I never played that one. I played, the one I remember the most is probably the James Bond one, fucking GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And then, Super Smash Brothers is the other one. I
could never get into Super Smash Brothers.
Really?
I don't know why, but GoldenEye? Oh, yeah, we used to fuck that shit up.
Yeah, that game was fun. You can karate chop people and shit.
Yeah, we used to fuck that up.
It's probably the least realistic game of all time. Like,
It
just...
looked awful.
Oh, it looked terrible.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You go back and look at it, it looks like you're playing with a bunch of fucking potatoes. Like, it's terrible. You'd have more fun fucking throwing dolls at each other, man. It's crazy.
I have that game on an emulator, and I was just like, I can't fucking play this shit.
Damn, you're really into it. You have an emulator?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like their face is like flat, but you can see like their nose because of like the shading on the flat surface.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're just like, fuck you.
Karate chopping each other. It really was pitiful graphics, man. It was really bad. So you've always been pretty creative, though. Like, you get into rap and stuff and, like, that kind of thing. So was comedy something that played into that, or?
You know, I've been goofy, man, my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
But I was so focused on being a rapper that I really, like, ignored, like, the comical side of it. But once I really, like, found it, I was like, damn, this is what I should have been doing a long time ago.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I love both, but I say I probably love comedy best.
Sure.
I mean, you can just wake up and be funny, you know? But then I was a rapper. I got tired of lying about my life all the time. You know, most rappers have a fucking hard life. They've been struggling. I didn't struggle.
Yeah.
My parents have both been there. I graduated school. I never went nights without food. So I was like, I could just be a comic.
It's all right.
I don't have to sit there.
It's funny, but you never felt like you were lacking anything. You know, like, I got it.
Nah.
I feel like that does strike me as a difference. Like, for me, for you and a bunch of other, like, comics, just people I know, is you don't seem to just, like, be down on yourself a lot. You seem to be having fun.
Oh, yeah. A lot of fun, you know. Most of my bad times are self-inflicted wounds that I did, but I'm just glad I can be able to tell my story.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a good perspective to have on life. It seems like a lot of older people come to that place where they kind of take responsibility for their own things, you know.
That's
but
where John Lewis lives.
where? What do you mean? What place?
You're like, it's like I'm sitting with my dad right now.
Damn.
Hey everybody, this is where we're going. This is the place.
Grandpappy Lewis, that's me. Freaking Grandpappy Lewis.
I've gone through this thing that you're just living in. You
Right.
circle yourself in it.
Well, I know where you're at. Like, I understand things, man. Like, I don't know. Don't put me down, you know? Like,
I'm not putting you down.
oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I
okay,
appreciate
don't
that.
Start that shit. Don't start that shit while I'm here.
We're gonna wait till he leaves.
Yeah, y'all can do that when I leave.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, y'all can get into that white guy arguing.
We're gonna talk about this later, Candace.
Did you just say his name like that? Like, why would you say his name like that?
That's how every mom sounds when she's angry. Enunciates your words a lot, you know?
Yeah.
That's really fucking funny.
Candace.
So when did you decide that you were gonna do stand up? Like, was that something that you always like? Obviously, there was a point where you're like, I'm pretty silly, right? Like, I'm a
Yeah.
goofy guy. But like, usually for some people, it's like I watch a special and I'm like, I want to go do that, you know?
You know, I think deep down inside, I wanted to do it all along. I grew up on stand up.
Okay.
From the Def Jam era to Martin Lawrence,
Wow.
Eddie Murphy, all of them guys. I always wanted to try stand up. So
Sure.
when I started doing my comedy videos, I was like, I gotta go do stand up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I did
So
stand
it started with the comedy videos, though.
Yeah, yeah, it started-
Okay, all right. So like, were you just like watching like viral videos on like YouTube, and you're like, this is the kind of shit I want to do, or like?
You know,
And first of all, how long ago is this?
okay, I started my videos back in 2014.
Oh, okay.
So
So a little while back.
Yeah. But you know, I always been like the guy that want to create stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look on YouTube right now, even like back in 2009,
Yeah.
I did a little small thing called "Welcome to the Hood." It was a very stupid. It was a poor quality video.
Yeah.
But like I had a vision, and I think I always had that vision, but I just had the right people around me.
Sure.
So when I started my comedy videos, it was just me. I didn't have to depend on nobody else. So I just got started doing this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So I started off with the 15-second Instagram videos, and then I worked my way up to 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So and I think the longest one has been 11 minutes.
Wow, that's
So
crazy,
I'm
man.
actually working away towards a movie.
That's a long plot line, man.
Yeah.
Fucking 11 minutes.
Yeah, I know, and it didn't turn out too good.
Yeah, yeah.
It was my fault.
But I mean, sometimes you have to do that. I think it's hard too because the way videos have gone is the shorter the better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you want to squeeze in like a punchline as quick as possible and then get out. You know?
Yeah, and I'm one of them people like I can be funny in 15 seconds, but I would rather build up a story. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
for sure.
Yeah, I'm like a storyteller. So.
That makes sense. Have you always been that way, or have you always been good at telling stories, or is that something you came to?
I think I just kind of learned that shit through the world. You know what I mean? I never really been a good storyteller, but I can always come up with some shit. I always been creative.
Were you a good liar?
I wouldn't say I'm really a good liar.
Yeah.
But I'm alright.
Were you good when you were a kid?
I don't know. I can't think of shit I really lied about.
Lie to me right now.
All right, let's do this. Let's do 2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie.
Yeah.
Let's see. 2 truths and a lie.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. He's gonna play with Daniel, so I don't have. He has no help.
Oh, damn, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Let's see. I lost my virginity at 15.
Oh, sexy.
I auditioned for America's Got Talent. And my best friend's Mexican.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Do I have to guess right now?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
pick. Come on, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I really couldn't think of
Okay,
nothing else.
so
What's the truth? What are the truths?
one of the truths is your virginity. No?
What?
Dang.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it was 14.
Yeah. That's a good liar, though. Look at that. You see what he did?
14.
He picked the thing that was right next to the correct answer, so you'd be misled. Yeah, so he's a good liar.
Yeah, but the other two is true.
Okay, but this is a theory I've got, right? I think people who are good liars are naturally better storytellers because you can come up with shit faster, you know?
They're better people.
Well, there's definitely smarter people, right? But they're not better people, you know?
Right.
Again, I don't know. It's like you have this skill where it's like you can come up with shit really quickly, you know, and like throw it out there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just a good liar, but, you know, I don't say I'm a good liar, but if I meet people that don't know me, I'm going to tell them some shit.
Yeah, okay. You're going to unload.
Yeah, I'm going to tell them some shit that they don't even think, but then I'll be like, nah, I'm just fucking with you. Like, I'll let them know that too.
Yeah, okay.
Like, yeah.
You gotta like.
You like having fun with people.
Hard and then give them a leg up.
Yeah, there it is.
You're just like.
Yeah. Like,
You're just helping them out a little bit. Yeah, and you're not hurting anyone.
What?
Let's do that. Let's
Do what?
You gotta let him down real hard, but you gotta pick him back up.
What is that? Oh my
So
God.
it's like, you look like you just died, but God resurrects.
True.
He's up.
True.
It's deep, dude.
He's
He's gotten so
deep.
theological
That
on
was
us.
so
This is
deep.
weird.
That was real deep. I was
So
like,
you started doing videos, right?
Oh, you just segued something else. Come on,
Well, just explain what you want, man. Like I have to know something other.
It's two things, right?
Okay.
Something really awful, but something that you say that.
So it's two truths and a lie, but two sad sap stories and one like legit story. Is that what this
You
is?
let someone down, but then you help them back up.
Okay, so I'll play with you.
It's like-
Let's play this fucking game. All right.
Okay.
Do I need to say sad story, happy story, or do I just do it?
No.
Okay, just go into it.
Cut me down.
Okay.
But then twist it into something positive.
Okay. My grandmother had multiple sclerosis, and it was really difficult watching her die for like 5-6 years. I had a basset hound. It was really cute, right? He fucking got hit by a car, right? And then we had to shoot him, right? It was pretty fucking bad. And then we had to dig a hole to bury him.
wait, why'd you have to shoot him if he got hit by a car?
Well, because he fucking was in pain. Like you put the thing out of its misery at a certain point. I was a fucking
You
country
had to
boy,
shoot
man.
him.
Yeah, you shoot it in
You
the
run
head.
back over.
Well, look, man. Here's the thing.
It's going morbid.
If you've got a crushed pelvis, right? Like think about my life, right?
Yeah.
If you got hit by a truck just right outside, like you're gonna not like. You're like, I don't know, man. Think about people who are like 78, 80, 90, you know what I mean? Those fuckers, like half of those people, like
Already dead.
realistically, they already want to be dead or they are dead.
So
You know what I mean?
Sad things, one happy thing.
Okay, and the happy thing, this is so fucking corny. What is the fucking happy thing? I've got K-Lo here. That's my happy thing.
There it is.
Timothy Williams is my
There it
happy
is.
thing.
You're dark. What?
I do stand up, dude. I don't have
You got
happy
me lost.
jokes.
You got me lost. I was looking for something
What are-
like this, okay? This is kind of blow your mind, right?
Okay, let's hear it.
So, like, one time my dad
Truth bombs.
like, mixed a whole bunch of blue soap in
Motherfucker.
the Kool-Aid pitcher.
What the
He
fuck?
filled it all the way up,
What did he do that for?
and I was like 10 years old.
Did he do that to like figure out who was shitting on the carpet?
No, but I drank like a whole glass of what I thought was blue Kool-Aid.
Oh my god.
No. It was horrible.
That's crazy. I just listened to a documentary that was just about that. It was about the Jonestown massacre. Very similar story.
So that's one sad thing. The second sad thing is that one time my brother made me mad, and we were riding bikes.
Yeah.
And then like I hit my bike into his bike,
Uh-huh.
and
Well, as you should have.
he went into the street and was hit by a car.
Whoa. Hit by a car? Like, bad hit by a car or fucking like a little bit hit by a car?
He was hurt.
Wow.
Dark shit going on.
Yeah, this thing got real quick.
You got-
One happy.
Here's the happy.
Yeah, here's the happy.
You better pull out quick, man.
Yeah.
Fucking.
My brother is very functional.
After the car thing.
No, none of that ever happened.
What?
This was all
That's the
bull.
happy thing.
Look at this
None of that
liar.
happened.
Look at this motherfucker.
You just took me through that just to lie?
That's
But
Daniel,
it's the happy
dude.
thing.
Motherfucker.
I'm not happy. What's happy? Are you happy?
What is
about happy. You just drove us through that story.
It's two sad things.
Yeah.
One was true.
But, yeah.
That was kind of sad. But
it was painful, though.
Yeah, it was painful, man.
Y'all guys felt that?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like, I like blue Kool-Aid. I was trying to think of what it tastes like. Like, I was like, without
Now, did you say it was blue? It was with blue soap?
It's blue soap, Dawn. But he
That's-
like mixed it in the thing.
So wait, did it really happen?
He set it on the kitchen.
This one really happened.
He set it on the kitchen table.
Yeah.
I went in there. I had a glass of ice, and I poured it, and I just, and then.
Fuck,
I
that's
was
so
like,
sad.
Wait, you couldn't see the bubbles?
No, I mean it was like smooth.
He's-
wasn't it?
Were you high then too?
Yeah. Sounds like you wanted to drink Dawn.
I was 10 years old, man.
Oh, yeah. At 10 years old, I was making some hella good Kool-Aid.
Dude, I prayed a lot when I was 10 years old.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you grow up religious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You grew up. All black people were religious.
Is that true?
Yeah, I'll go to church.
Seems like that's going away, right?
What is
Yeah,
that?
the internet.
Oh.
Oh,
The
okay.
internet. It's, I grew up a Christian. I used to be in church at least 4 times a week.
Wow, that's a lot, dude.
Yeah, black
God.
churches alone, too. So I would go to church for maybe...
Yeah, but they enjoy it. Like,
Nah.
oh, they don't?
Nah, I don't.
Why do you say it like that? They enjoy it?
well, okay.
Yeah, what do you mean, you people? Like, what do you mean?
Well, okay, look, I'm thinking white people church, right? Like, white people do not enjoy going to church generally,
Yeah,
right?
they do.
No, fuck
People
no.
get out of church in 45 minutes.
Why the fuck do you think that happens? Do you think you leave something after 45 minutes if you're enjoying it? Like, no one's ever gone to SeaWorld and been like, 45 minutes, I'm out, because I'm loving it.
Think about 45 minutes of pussy. You ever left 45 minutes of pussy and it's like, oh, well, that wasn't fun. I mean, come on.
You don't want to go that long.
Sure
So,
you do.
okay, so either you're
They
saying
got bands and everything, man.
they got bands that, what?
And everything at white people church.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got like
Killer.
serious.
Not all of
I
them.
don't go for the music. I
No.
go because they get out in 45 minutes. That's why I go to white church.
Do you go to white church? Is that
Yes,
a common thing?
I
to do?
go to Trinity.
That's hilarious. That's great.
I used to spend at least 40 hours at church a week
Wow.
growing up.
That's so
Finally-
much time.
Yeah, I know. Look, I go to church at I get the 8:30 service
Uh-huh.
on Sundays. Whenever I do go.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, for
Or I
sure.
can go. They have a Saturday service.
Mm-hmm.
It's all an hour. Like you can go and be back in the bed before 10.
That's nice.
Black people church. You go at 10. You getting out to 5. For real. That's why I say I hate the white
That's
people
crazy.
church, man.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, because black people do too much at church.
They do too much?
Yeah, like you got Sunday school, Bible school,
Uh-huh.
and then they got an intermission, stuff like that.
An intermission?
Yeah.
Like recess for church?
Yeah, 15 minutes. You get a
God
break.
damn, dude.
No, that's just the church I
Church you get a break
Like,
from.
I have nothing against black churches. I
Just go out
just,
to your car and like smoke a cigarette.
yeah, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Or
But-
use the bathroom or something.
Are African American churches like judgmental like white people churches are? Like
Yeah,
traditionally,
very,
yeah,
very.
okay. So that's a very common thing there
Yeah.
too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. They
I
do
think
that,
every
like,
church judges.
Like every culture has that. You know, the Hindus are going crazy in India right now.
Yeah.
It's like this dude like made this movie about their like Hindu goddess, and they depicted her, and
So who's getting mad at who?
the Hindus are getting mad at the Hindu like
Hindus are mad at Hindus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because it's not tough enough. Like
Oh, okay.
you
Because
know,
it's supposed to be more conservative, and
Yeah.
they went too liberal in the movie.
Yeah, but like they're too liberal. Was like it showed midriff.
That's weird.
I'm like losing y'all guys on this.
Wait, no, I'm listening. I'm in.
I'm listening too.
Fucking midriff on like, was it like the elephant god or whatever?
Something like that.
Who got
I
an
don't
elephant
know.
god?
They were freaking out.
You don't know about the elephant god?
They were like
Hindus,
burning
like they
down
have a god that's an elephant, dude.
Now I
like
have.
burning down like theaters and like having like human chain like
Oh,
blocking
shit.
the highway. They
Golly.
were crazy about this movie.
Hindus don't seem like the kind of people who go crazy about much.
And then like we had the Passion of the Christ over here where you see like what looks like Jesus being like slayed open.
It's
Yeah.
just them cutting Mel Gibson open. It should be called Mel Gibson the Autopsy.
But like no one
Passion.
like people were like watching that movie like crazy around here.
Yeah, yeah, people were into it,
My
man.
parents took me to it twice. They were like, oh my god, this is how it was.
Jeez, that's crazy,
I
dude.
still haven't seen Passion of the Christ.
Me neither. Never watched it.
Yeah.
I feel like Catholics have always been about that though. Like they've always been fucking like, this is what Jesus looked like, and like this fucking.
Open.
Yeah, like they like that shit. I don't know the religious significance of it. It's crazy, man. They like that shit, dude. So when was your first time doing stand-up, man? I'm sorry, we got way off topic.
First time doing stand-up? Oh, shit. I think it was in March of 2014 or something.
Wow. March of 2014.
I think so. I don't have the exact date.
You didn't write it down or anything?
Let me see if I can find it. It's a very important date, but I seem to forget it.
Did you record it?
Yeah, I recorded
wow.
it. Yeah, I recorded my first time.
That's crazy. How was it?
I think I got a lot of sympathy laughs.
Yeah, okay, for sure.
Because, once you tell them, like, it's your first time,
Yeah.
they just kind of like, oh, my God, it's his first time.
Yeah. People feel bad for you. Yeah. That's how my first time was, too. Did you work on any material before you went up? No, nothing.
None.
You just were just spouting off.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything you said? Was there anything that you thought was funny that you pulled away from it the first time, or
Nah.
nothing?
I remember a whole bunch of corny shit I said.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah. Like, because there was nothing but white people in there.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
Like, I feel like an Oreo in a glass of milk.
Right.
Like, I was like, yeah, that was a little corny. But they fucking like this shit, so whatever.
That's funny.
I got a good laugh. But the one thing I actually did like, because I just seen the 50 Shades of Grey.
Uh-huh.
I was talking about when the white girl was getting spanked.
Yeah.
I said I could have did better than that. And it only lasts 5 minutes. So I was just like, okay. That was a good
That's pretty solid.
I
yeah.
never used that joke again.
Uh-huh.
But it was pretty good.
That's solid, man.
Yeah.
That's all right. For your first time, too, and for not getting anything ready, that worked out okay.
Yeah.
It's funny. In Spanish, they have a saying, and it's like flying milk, basically.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a really common expression that you hear,
Yeah.
That's funny that you'd move that fucking Oreo line. But, so you went up, and it obviously wasn't terrible. Like, you enjoyed it,
Yeah. Like, I expected, like, no laughs. I thought I was going to bomb.
Yeah.
Probably throw tomatoes at me.
Sure.
Set my car on fire, But they fucking gave me the most honest respect. And it was like, I was like, I didn't like that respect.
You didn't like it?
I didn't think I was funny. Like,
Wow.
I see, like, when you go up there for the first
man.
time, a lot of comedians, like, when they get started,
Uh-huh.
they always get, like, the pat on the back.
Okay.
Like, I don't want the pat on the back. I want you to, if I'm funny, laugh. If
Right.
I'm not, don't laugh.
Yeah.
So I can go work and become a better comedian.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
Yeah, so I don't
That's
want,
hard,
I don't
man.
want no sympathy shit, ever.
Yeah. Just be honest.
Yeah.
Fucking tell me what's going wrong.
But I would laugh for you.
Thank you, man. I showed appreciate it. But it gotta be genuine. It gotta be genuine as shit. 'Cause I hate fake laughs. So, like, come on up. And, like, if I bomb, I bomb. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna fucking write, like, 3 times harder.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, who can blame you for that? But, like, I think that's the important thing is, like, trying to grow through it and stuff. The other thing the thing that's been hard for me is humility. Like,
Yeah.
you have to be fucking humble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you take any pride up there, number one, it's going to get smashed because you are going to suck sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
And then number two, like, you don't learn anything if you're proud. If you're already where you need to be, then you don't work to go anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need to be realistic with yourself and be like, I'm here, but, like, realistically, I need to be way the fuck over here. You know what I mean? Like, I've got way more growing to do to get better,
True.
Tesla is in the same place.
Tesla? Like, Tesla the car?
Yeah, it's like he wants everyone to own, like, an electric car. Have you ever seen, like, an electric car charger?
No, never. Mm-mm.
It's the same thing. You gotta get to there in order to get to here. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to follow the logic. See,
You gotta go from here.
I'm so confused. Are you following any of this shit?
I know it. He said you gotta get from here to get to there.
Yeah, that's the
I don't
only thing.
know.
But I don't need to get the analogy. Do you?
I'm like, what the fuck is over there?
I'm just saying that's what you're trying to do with your comedy.
Get from point A to point B.
You're trying to get from here to get to there.
So let me ask you a question. What does your analogy accomplish that saying point A to point B wouldn't
I'm
have?
just saying that's what you're trying to do with your comedy.
Get from the electric car charger to everyone driving an electric car?
I'm just saying, like, you got the same goals as Tesla.
Got it.
Yeah, I think you just decoded the shit out of that. If he would have just said that, I just would have agreed with him. Like,
I know.
Yeah, I
You got the
understand.
ambition.
Yeah.
We could have just moved on. He
Yeah,
tried to throw in an analogy. Daniel is the only person I know that will take a very simple concept and throw an analogy on it to confuse you more.
Don't don't let it confuse you. I was just like, when he says like Tesla, I was like, sure.
You're
Why
just
not?
gonna follow
Why not?
it.
It's a lot like that.
I don't even know what
So
a Tesla
funny.
is, but hell yeah.
Fuck, that's
What
funny.
it is. You gotta get here to get there.
Right.
Right.
Point A to
You know
point
what, the more
fucking
you
B.
do it, the more,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, the more better it gets.
That's hilarious.
That's with everything in life.
So how long, like, did you leave and like fucking be like, fuck, I'm not funny, I gotta write some shit, or like, what was your reaction?
After which time? Like after the first
Yeah, after the
time?
first time you went up.
No, I went back and did it again.
Like how
But
long
I knew-
afterwards?
I don't know. I don't think it was that long. I think it was in the same gap.
Okay, I
'Cause
feel
I
you.
actually did take a break from stand up for a while.
So you took a break right after?
Nah,
or
nah.
okay.
Nah.
So
Yeah.
you did okay, like you mean, and you learned how to grow through it. Like it wasn't like the kind of thing where like a lot of people, like I feel like nobody told me, hey dude, you're not fucking funny for the first 2 or 3 months, and
Right.
so I didn't know, and so I kept doing what I was doing, and then like I figured out, oh fuck, I'm not funny, you know what I mean? And then like I went home, wrote a whole bunch of new material, went back out there, and like have been much better since then. You know what I mean?
Well, see, nobody's gonna tell you that you really suck because you
Sure.
may be funny to some people, but as a comedian,
It's very true.
you know,
That's really true.
Who's gonna really pull you to the side? Because at the end of the day, everybody wants to be the funniest one on the stage.
Right, that's true.
So,
Well, you think that's funny, man. See, I look at that differently too, because like for me, if you're killing, like I'm gonna kill. You know what I mean? Like because the crowd's warmed up, so it's easy for me to either follow you because people are like, oh, that fucker's funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is a funny group of comedians. This is a fun night. You know?
Yeah.
The more positive energy that's going around in the room, the easier it is for me to be positive and like put one over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like if everybody's sucking and then I have to come back in and like redeem the thing,
Yeah.
it's a lot harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what?
But if
Those
you suck, you
redeems,
suck.
they make you a soldier.
Yeah.
They make you a soldier. I think that's when it really counts the most. When a guy in front of you just bombed and you go up there and kill.
That's
you know,
true.
That's what really like, you know, that's
'Cause
when
you
you know
just-
you got it.
Right, because you just pulled back a really cold fucking
Yeah.
crowd. Gosh.
And they're hard.
Sure.
Oh my God, like you got 15 seconds when you get up there.
Yeah, man.
So
Because they don't. You're right, man. And you have to keep people's attention too.
Yeah.
People don't hang on very long.
Yeah.
You know.
So once the other one already sucked before you went up there, man, you gotta really go up there and steam.
Fucking pop them off.
You gotta be fast.
That's crazy. How much of your stuff now is? I mean, well, this is kind of jumping forward, but so like you killed within like the first 2 or 3 months of doing it.
I would
Pretty
say
much.
I don't know. I wouldn't say cute.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say I did acceptable.
Okay, acceptable. So it was a slow growth for you.
Yeah.
What did you do to like get from bad to acceptable? What was the noticeable change in like your write style or whatever?
You know, for the first couple of months, I did not write.
You didn't do any writing.
No writing. Whatever was going on and what was in my head, I think that's what I just talked about.
And did you just think that that was how it was going to be? Like, because at that point you'd kind of decided you wanted to do this professionally,
Yeah.
right?
No. I was
No,
just-
you were just tossing it around.
Yeah, just
okay.
just giving it a spin.
Yeah. Okay.
But at the time period, you know, I had no technique. Like, it's a technique that you have to build up to, you know, to do this shit.
Yeah. Sure.
So I was just like, well, I think I'm just funny, you know,
Yeah.
amongst friends. So I can just go up there and freestyle some shit
Mm-hmm.
and get a few hucks, yucks, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But as I started to grow, that shit wasn't working.
Okay.
You know?
Well, was it working or wasn't working for you?
It wasn't working so much for me. It wasn't working on the stage.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you get on the stage and you in front of people, it's a certain direction that you have to move in.
Sure.
So I'm like, I mean, let's get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel
But at
that.
the beginning, I would just like go out there, say some funny shit, talk about some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think when Bill Cosby's rapes came out,
Yes.
I wouldn't use that joke like soon as it came out.
Really?
Yes.
What was your joke?
I said I actually went drinking with Bill Cosby last night, and I don't remember what happened. And
That was the joke.
Yeah, that was
simple
that.
as that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
but
just-
it's so topical
Yeah.
that like it didn't even matter.
yeah, and they loved that joke.
That's hilarious.
So, I
didn't
don't-
need a strong punchline. I had one right after the fucking Home Depot van ran over a whole bunch of people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, the guy was an Uber driver, and I
Yeah.
asked if it hurt his rating.
Whoa.
It was
That's a good
like
one.
probably like 2 weeks after that happened, right? So like it was still like I never got a full laugh. Like it
Yeah.
was always ooh, you know.
Yeah, those are the good ones though.
Yeah,
The
those
ones
are
that make you
fun.
go,
I
yeah.
like those. The ones that make you cringe a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me happy. This is Daniel chiming in.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of joke, Daniel?
My favorite kind is
You don't have a favorite kind?
I like one-liners, man.
Just one-liners, just real Mitch Hedbergy, fucking.
I like that stuff. Or something
Rice is good when you're hungry and you want 10,000 something. Like that?
No, not like that.
Wait.
His delivery was better.
Look at this Mitch Hedberg, dude.
I also like,
What's the deal with airplanes?
I really like,
Huh? What's the deal? He said, down, they give me the bag. There's like 5 peanuts on it. What's the deal with airplanes? Do you like that kind of humor?
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of humor?
Seinfeld?
You like,
Oh, no, forget Seinfeld.
SpongeBob?
See, that's how I feel, too.
I'm more of a, what is that show? Arrested Development.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like awkward sort of situational comedy type
Like
stuff.
absurd, weird stuff.
Yeah. Like absurd humor is kind of my favorite, too. Like stuff where you're like, there's no way that fucking happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fucking made up shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta ask you a question right now. We're gonna get real, okay?
Alright.
You ready?
We getting real?
Yeah, we're getting real.
Real?
Real.
Alright. Let me sit up.
You have a really funny joke in your set, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your joke, I don't want to butcher it, but it's the whipped cream joke, right? So the joke is you have diabetes, right?
Yeah.
So you can't have sugar,
Right.
which would be great, except it's really hard to fucking eat your wife out if she wants you to put fucking diet whipped cream on her or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the joke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is that shit real?
About me being diabetic?
Yes, yeah. How much of that shit's real and how much of that shit you came up with?
Well, the joke is the pre-diabetic. I'm pre-diabetic.
You're pre-diabetic. Okay, all right. So
pre-diabetic.
that's the part that latches into real life.
Told the joke.
Well, I really couldn't because you got to set up for that joke. I don't have no setup for that. But I went to the doctor. He told me I was pre-diabetic. So, the sugar-free whipped cream shit. Where the fuck did that come from? We had some whipped cream in the house somewhere. Mm-hmm. But it had sugar in it. And I just like, because there's certain stuff I can't do no more.
Yeah,
I can't have too much sugar because I'm trying to avoid being a full diabetic.
Sure.
So that's why I say imagine eating pussy with sugar-free whipped cream.
Yeah, okay, because it's a joke.
Yeah, so like I'm trying to avoid
Being
becoming
in that situation.
diabetic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where it all came from.
It's funny. I did a really stupid thing over the fucking holidays, right? So I thought I was gonna get like really stupid, right? So I thought I was gonna get my fucking gut in shape because I've been shitting just like crazy, right? Especially over the winter. I'd have sugar and just immediately take fucking like a raccoon shit. You know what I mean? Like terrible. And so I was like, I want to get my gut straightened out. So I went online, I did some research, and I was like, I don't want to like take too many drugs or whatever. I was gonna do like fucking the natural shit.
Yeah.
So I went out and I bought this thing, and it was called fucking silver, like liquid silver, right? And I was like, okay, well I took it home. Colloidal silver, thank you. So I took it home and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna just try this. You know, I started taking it like 2 or 3 times a day, you know, like not a ton, you know. They said do 50 drops a day, you know. So I'd have like a little eyedropper full, you know, every once in a while, basically. So I met a doctor friend of mine like later in the week and I started talking to him. And I, like right before we left, I was like, hey, so I'm taking this thing, right? And he's like, you are? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, can they even sell that? And I was like, yeah, I bought it at the natural food store. It was kind of in a weird place, but I got it.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know what the side effect of that is, right? It's like, what? It turns you blue. What are you talking about? There's this disease called agoraphoria that like literally turns your fucking skin navy blue.
So were you ever a Smurf?
So here's what happens, right? People who are crazy and think that it's like a miracle cure drink a shit ton of it, right?
Yeah.
And they turn blue because they drink fucking tons of it. Like one of these guys that I was listening to, like he was on fucking Oprah, Dr. Phil forever ago because he was blue, you know, so they had him on TV. And he had drunk a 5-ounce tumbler of this shit every day for the last 4 years, and it turned him like a deep shade of navy blue. So I was like, dude, this is the best fucking joke that ever landed in my lap, right?
Damn.
So I told that story on stage, and then the punchline was it too. Can you imagine trying to convince your wife to sleep with somebody that looks like Papa Smurf? Just fucking like that, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that story just landed right in my lap. It's perfect.
It's
You
great.
don't have to worry about convincing, because by that time she's already like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, right.
She's used to your dick.
Well, here's the thing. Hopefully the shade of blue comes on slowly, right? So
Yeah.
you just like every little by little, and then she doesn't notice, you know?
She's the blue like weirdo fucker.
Yeah.
Is it worse to be blue or be the person that fucks a blue person?
She doesn't know it though. Like, she's like, what? He's blue? What?
I don't think I could fuck a blue girl. I don't.
Isn't that the thing in fucking what sci-fi series is that where they have blue people? That's Star Trek, isn't
Avatar.
it? Avatar. You're right. That is
Avatar.
everywhere.
Where they like do like
What?
weird like tail sex.
Ew.
Yeah.
They like join consciousness.
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that shit at all.
You know,
I don't fuck with it at all.
That's so funny.
connect your consciousness with mine, and then
That's such a weird. Why are people obsessed with blue skin? What's the fucking thing with that?
I like blue, but I don't want to be a blue person.
Oh, that's good. You know.
I like blue. That's my favorite color.
I don't know why you'd want to be. I don't get why that's the fucking thing. Like, why is it every time there's a sci-fi series, we go, we need a blue person in
Blue sexy.
Is blue sexy? Daniel just told us a story about blue people having sex that was very far from being sexy.
Well, it just depends. I mean, if it's a blue girl,
it's real heady.
What's your description of a sexy blue girl? Let's hear it.
I mean, basically just like a normal girl. Just throw some blue on her shit. But I was like, I really couldn't see myself fucking a blue girl. But I mean,
We've all
shit.
been there.
Yeah, let's let her walk by a couple of times. Then we'll see where we go.
You don't know until you're there.
We've all had.
Just saying.
Moments.
It's so funny.
It
So
just be weird. Just I don't know.
it would be kind of weird, right? Like,
Yeah, just riding around with a blue bitch.
you don't think you'd ever like look over and the first thing you wouldn't notice would be, damn, she's blue.
Hell yeah.
Like if you like you'd be like 90 years old, had a successful relationship for 50 years, and the first thing I would think when I looked at her would be like, fuck, that bitch is blue.
I think that would be
No fucking
fucking
way out
dope
of it.
though, cause you know, like you can use pickup lines like, "Hey, little blue bitch, come here. Let me talk to you, little blue bitch.
What's up, little blueberry?
Why you so blue today?" It would work, but I wouldn't do it.
Hey, here's a clue for you, blue. Fucking go on
Yeah,
with it.
yeah. I would fucking like this shit though.
That'd be all right.
I
Couldn't
would
complain
just
there.
say hello because they're people like us, you know.
They don't exist.
Like, I can't.
You know, I don't have to be accepting of people that don't
Like,
exist,
yeah.
right?
Women have rights, whether they're blue or they're yellow
Uh-huh.
or they're red.
Well,
or brown.
I find it ironic that you bring up brown and yellow in the same context as blue people don't exist.
Yeah.
like blue people do, and they deserve.
Which is why you lump them in the same category as yellow and brown people, right?
It's their chance.
Oh, got it. Got
It's
it.
women's time.
Mm.
Blue women rights.
I like that he said that, and I've never once heard him say that about brown or yellow people.
I mean, I'm just saying, why he's taking up for blue women? Like, I don't even know if any
Yeah, I
exist.
don't know, man. He's got their back.
Time's up.
It's time for them to go back where the fuck they
Time's up.
came from.
Damn. Well, that's a stance. I was gonna go that far.
No. Give them their own bathroom and shit. Fucking blue people. I think the new version of blue people is transgenders. That's what I think it
Oh my god.
is. Yeah.
That's a really progressive
Now we're
perspective.
getting
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. Now we're getting there. now.
What's your take on fucking Caitlyn Jenner?
Hold up.
Yes.
Maybe we should
Here it
have,
comes.
like, never asked like what the bathroom they liked going to in
Uh-huh.
the first place. Because like I've been peeing next to somebody, I've never even checked. I barely check my own shit, you know.
Damn, dude. Does he look like Mr. Rogers or what?
He does.
I'm just saying, like I'm not gonna go looking at what's going on in that stall.
Uh-huh.
So
You never want to take a look either, just be like, oh.
I mean, it's very simple.
Nice
You
pecker,
gotta
buddy.
Go
is
to
that
the
a-
men's
is that a
bathroom.
dude? Is that a, are you a dude?
No, fuck that.
Hey man, hey. I heard you peeing. Are you a
Nice
dude?
schlong.
Are you a dude?
Nah, it don't work like that.
I've never had that experience. I've never cared. I don't know. Well, okay, what's your take, man? Let's get your
transgenders?
hot take on transgenders.
Throw
it out.
You want the truth?
Yeah, let's hear it,
This
bro.
is the podcast.
This is
You
truth
want the
time.
fucking truth,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right. Transgenders need to sit the fuck down and realize that they're getting too many rights.
Uh-huh.
Transgenders are starting to get more rights than black people. We had to fight
Uh-huh.
for years for rights.
Sure.
But now transgenders come up, they get they own fucking shit.
Right.
They get to go protest about some shit for what? If you born with a pussy, go use the woman's bathroom.
Right.
If you born with a dick, go pee wherever the fuck you want to pee. You ain't even gotta. It's not even a choice.
That's the first man's right there. You pee
Yeah.
wherever the fuck you want
pee
to.
wherever you can whip it out, pee.
Yep.
But I mean, transgenders don't bother me. Just let me know you a transgender.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
If we in the club, like this happened to me. I was
no.
in the club, I was drinking, and
Oh no, you thought it was a dude.
Yeah, I thought it was a dude. The bitch was too perfect. She had titties, she had ass, her heels was nice. But I'm the only one that couldn't see that this was a nigga in this dress the whole time. I never and I didn't go over there and talk to her, but I just kept looking at her like, damn, she got everything I like. But then my homeboy, he was like, wait a minute. He was like, wait a minute. I don't think you really like that. That's a dude. And I was like, no, it fucking ain't. That ain't no fucking dude. That's a woman. So finally, she was across the club. I kept staring. So finally, I said, I'm finna go fucking see.
Right.
Yep, it was a nigga in the dress the whole time. The whole time. And I just
Did you have an Adam's apple? There's some giveaways.
It was a lot of stuff, man.
There were things that didn't line up.
It was the shoulders. It was
the jawline, the fucking protruding jawline.
Yeah, the knuckles.
Knuckles.
Those are dark places, okay?
It shouldn't happen. It's not happening to me again.
Okay. I think it's a weird thing to say, that someone is getting too many rights. Shouldn't we all just have, the same, rights?
No. Not everybody needs the same rights. We already have, we have rights for men and for women.
Right.
We don't have any more time to sit there and do men, women. I don't know where we can really put that at. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think it's a burden with the bathroom thing. I mean, there's
no, fuck them.
bathrooms or something.
Yeah, but it's when
they can get their own bathroom if they want to, or they can use mine. I don't care.
I don't really care either. But
I think we should just do away with bathrooms. You want to fucking piss? You got to piss outside.
Nah,
fuck
I
yeah.
think we
Equal
need
rights.
bathrooms.
Fucking shit in the floor. Actually, no. This is my new policy. Manholes. We already have them, right? Yeah. You crouch over a manhole. You take a shit, right? Yeah. Carry your own fucking toilet paper.
What about women?
They have to squat over the fucking manhole. We'll call it. You know what? We'll call it a woman hole if it makes them happy.
Nah, fuck that.
If that's what it takes.
Nah.
It's just hole.
Now, keep the bathrooms, but sooner or later they're gonna have their own traffic lanes.
Doesn't have to be manhole.
For transgenders.
We'll call it woman hole so they get on board with it.
There can't be a woman hole and a man hole.
Just one hole.
I have no problems with them though. I have no problem.
It's called the asshole because it's on both people, fucking men and women.
Until I'm in the club and I'm looking over, that's when it bothers me.
That's when you have an issue.
Whatever.
Never had a problem other than that, huh?
No.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I mean, they might be good at basketball for all I fucking know. So, shit, come on.
You're not gonna judge. Here's my thing, right? It used to be there were no attractive trannies, they didn't exist, right? Yeah. And now you fucking they look really fucking close, right? Yeah. It's almost no different. I have a friend I grew up with, and he's transgender now, or she's in transgender now, and she's in the fucking Navy, right? Yeah. And she was having lots of problems because they there was talk earlier on about kicking them out of the Navy, right? So she was in front of that, and then they wouldn't let her dress like she wanted to, which in my opinion, you should get to dress however the fuck you want, you know what I mean? But I don't know,
I don't know.
It's not my thing.
I don't have a problem with them too much. See, I have problem with everybody.
Yeah.
But it's not big problems.
Same.
I'm not gonna go out there and be like, hey, fuck transgender people.
Right.
But I mean, just some shit they do get on my nerves, just like everybody. Mm-hmm. So.
My problem is I'm just generally a little mean,
I don't know if it's a good thing to call them trannies.
Well, it is. That's what they are.
I don't think you should fucking I don't know, man. I want to get away with it for as long as I can, right? I know that you're not gonna be able to say that for forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, you will.
You can say what the fuck you want to say,
dude. You remember I was watching the fucking Aristocats last night, right? There's a scene on there, right? Just a disclaimer, my brother's Chinese, right? There's a fucking thing on there, right? Yeah. Where there's a fucking cat, right, who's playing the drums and shit, has slanty eyes and shit. Right. He takes the fucking top of the tom-tom, sticks it on his head like a fucking rice hat, and goes ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, and he's playing the fucking piano with chopsticks, right? This is the 70s, right? Yeah. The 70s. Think how fucking like, think how far racially things have progressed for, like, black people. You know what I mean? Like, fucking blackface is not a fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Commonly inside of, like, Hollywood.
Right.
And then here we have just, like, a popular fucking film from not that long ago where we've got people just fucking doing pan-faced Chinaman jokes. You know what I mean? Like, that was a common thing, man. So I think it's gonna go away at some point, right?
The Aristocats came out in the 70s?
Yeah, 1970.
Was it a remake or something?
No, it was the real Aristocats, man.
Damn.
Yeah. Straight
Have
up.
you ever heard that joke?
What joke? The Aristocrats?
Yeah.
You know what the Aristocrats joke is, right?
No.
Ooh, you want to tell the Aristocrats joke, or should I do it? It's one of the oldest jokes in the world.
Whoever tells it better, that's all.
So like this man, he was invited over to a dinner party. So he goes over to the house. He's never met these people before in his life. And they sit down for dinner. But there's like, these seats are strange. They like, kind of like poke you in the butt. And it feels like someone's touching your butthole. And he's
This is not the Aristocrats.
No, this is. It's like, I don't understand. Like, why are your seats like this? And he says, well, it's because they're aristocrats.
Okay, see, now, this is not the version of the Aristocrats I've heard, right?
Yeah.
I want to tell you my version.
Whatever that one
Okay.
was, I don't know. But if it's a joke, it's a joke.
It's not a very funny one, but it's a super old joke, right? And
Yeah.
everyone's done a version of it, right?
Right.
So like I listened to a version the other day that Louis C.K. did, right? Like, and I'll just tell the joke. So the joke goes like this, right? There's a family, right? And they go into a talent scout's office, and they sit down, and the talent scout says, "Okay, what's your talent?" And they're like, "Watch this shit." So they get up. Mom walks over to the husband, starts passionately kissing him, right? And then leans down, fucking grabs his crotch, right? And they start fucking like grinding on fucking the top of the table, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the brother goes over to the sister, right? And he starts making a pass at her too, right? And so it just goes on and on with them just fucking and fucking like all sorts of shit all over the place, right? And then the mom throws up and fucking like the brother rolls around in it, right? And then the sister goes over and pisses on them while they're rolling around in the vomit, right? And then it goes on for another like 5-10 minutes. Finally, the husband goes over to a chair, he tangs a noose like across the fucking rafters, puts his neck through it, and hangs himself, right? And then they walk back over, sit back down on the table, and they look over at the talent scout, and he says, "Oh my God, that shit was fucking crazy. What do you call yourselves?" And the wife looks over and she says, "The Aristocrats." And that's a joke. And the joke was, okay, people who are like
That was
nobility.
really dark.
Yeah, dude. People who are nobility like go through some dark shit, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the punchline of that joke. And it's literally like the oldest version of that was written in like the 1500s, right? Like it's fucking ancient, you know? But everybody does a version of it now because like it's been passed down through stand-up history from all these different fucking people. you know?
Really?
Yeah. So I listened to a version the other day and it was I think it was Richard Pryor, and what he did was he just stretched out the fucking shitty part of that story where it's like, and mom goes over to the daughter, you know what I mean? Like all the crass stuff, makes it go on for as long as possible. Like it's probably like 7 to 10 minutes of him just describing graphic content, and then ends with the punchline at the very end, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the fucking joke.
Yeah, so you get why like mine was like they sat down at the table. It was like an abstract version of that.
Yeah, yours
It
was
was
short. His
clean.
was fucking long.
Yeah.
His gonna give me fucking nightmares. That shit was fucking.
That's not even the darkest version of
Like,
it.
how white could you get, man?
Dude,
Shit.
it's dark, dude. It's fucking dark.
Shit is fucking dark as shit.
No way around it, man. Okay, so you're comedy though, right? So
Yeah.
you go slowly from being bad at it to being okay within like 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do next?
I get back on my videos.
Okay.
I get back on my videos very strongly. That's what I did.
How many videos did you put out?
I think I'm about 200 in now.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a real accomplishment, man.
Yeah, that's
It's
like
a lot of
200
work.
videos.
Especially like you always have people like in your videos too. It's
Yeah,
not just
yeah.
you alone. Like you're like getting people together and fucking talking to them and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Tell them what I need them to do, boss them around. Then they get mad when I boss them around, but I mean, it's work.
Yeah,
You know,
well, and it's your
work.
product, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, you need your product to work out as good as possible.
Yeah.
You know.
See, and I always dance that fine line between the videos and the stand-up.
Sure.
So when I do feel like I did like so many videos, then I go back to stand-up.
Yeah.
But then, like, that's how I keep my audience growing. My
Right.
videos, because not everybody comes out, you know, to stand-up shows.
Sure.
Especially here in Lubbock. But, I mean, it just does it. So I'm killing all platforms right
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah, man, that's good though. I mean, you're one of those people that really does put out all their content. Like you're taking advantage of every funny thing you fucking say, you know?
Yeah,
And that's something that's really cool. I don't see like there aren't a ton of guys. I feel like Lubbock is a place where people get started, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not a place where people like build and like develop generally, you know?
Yeah.
So with a couple of notable exceptions, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like you're one of those people that does that, you know? Like you've got a game plan, you know?
Yeah. And you know, I still haven't really like worked it out, but I mean, I'm just going with the flow now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and you're enjoying it, so like, what else?
Oh
can you
yeah.
ask
I'm
for,
in here
you know?
having fun, man. You know, just taking it a day at a time.
Yeah, just enjoying it.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So, when did you start like putting fucking jokes on paper? Like when did that happen?
I would say that was around 2015, maybe.
Wow.
That's like when I barely started to write, because I told you I took a little break.
Because you started in 2014, right?
Yeah. So I used to take breaks here and there, and then like finally I was like, let me put together something. But even when I started to write, I would get up there and then I would forget, so I would have to start freestyling more and more.
Oh, okay.
So I would have like maybe like a small paragraph wrote, and then I would sit there and do the written shit.
Yeah.
So you know, it just kind of went.
So, but like half of your material at that point would be off the cuff, and like the other half would be you wrote it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would be half and half.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
That's so different. For me, dude, like when I started doing it, it was all off the cuff.
Right.
Where I'd have like 2 or 3 jokes I'd thought of that day that I'd try and talk about, or I'd have a topic I wanted to talk about and just try and be funny about that thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like it worked for a little while, but like it wasn't funny because I wasn't writing jokes.
Yeah.
So I felt like I had to get to a point where I knew like how to time a joke correctly, how to tell a joke correctly, that sort of thing, to get back into it, and then I could do more improv like later. You know?
Oh yeah. It's a learning experience. You gotta learn a lot.
It's a lot of work, man. It's really easy to just eat shit up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really fucking easy.
But I mean, that's just how it goes in the game, man.
Yeah, I guess so, dude. So, like, at what point did you feel like this was something you wanted to do, like, permanently?
Oh man, that's such a difficult like answer. It's not really like I like to keep myself busy.
Yeah,
like I like
for
to
sure.
keep myself out of trouble. You know. So it ain't nothing. I was like, oh my god, I want to do this like for the rest of my life.
Yeah, sure.
Like you know, I just want to do it because I like doing it. Like I enjoy it. I never even once like was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing comedy. I'm gonna get rich. I'm gonna go on tour. It's just like the way shit is starting to happen right now. So a lot of people are starting to see like the potential, and they're telling me to go farther with it. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't mind doing comedy for the rest of my life, you know, if it could pay my bills.
Right.
But for right now, I'm just like, it's hard to balance dreams and when you have to work at the same time.
Sure.
So
Yeah, that's hard, man. I get that too. I mean, I've got a 9-to-5 job, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you're always writing jokes down and shit. And,
Oh yeah, always being funny. Like I never miss a beat.
Right.
So
Trying to come up with a new thing, you know.
yeah.
So how much do you write now?
Every day.
Really?
Every day.
How much? Like, do you have like a joke a day, or you like fucking just something interesting that happened, or how do you write?
A small conversation could spark maybe 5 minutes worth of material.
Sure.
You know, if you're around your parents or your friends or something, they'll say something, it'll make you think. But my thinking process goes deep.
Sure.
So they can be like, hey, remember that time we was in junior high and we was like yelling at the substitute?
Yeah.
I would just go back in that time and just think like pull the funny out of that.
Sure.
But I have to write it down instantly. Though.
Yes.
So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Where do you write things down? Do you have a notebook?
I have a notebook and I use my phone most of
Your
the time.
phone? Yeah, I use my phone too, dude.
Yeah.
That makes life a lot easier.
Yeah. But they say when you use like a notepad, you'll remember your stuff more.
Huh. That makes sense.
I mean, but I don't have no time. You know, I can.
You don't seem like a guy who forgets very much either, though.
No.
You're pretty sharp.
Yeah.
I'm really bad about remembering things, you know? I don't know.
It's just a setup that, you know, this goes here, this goes here. It's like Legos. But
Right.
other than that, I mean, shit.
If I can have like a 1-word reminder on stuff, you know what I mean? My hard part is occasionally I'll tell my closer, like towards the middle of the thing, you know? And then it's like, oh, fuck, now I have to do 2 minutes of filler, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you have like a closing joke and like an opening joke and stuff, or?
No.
You just go for it, huh?
Yeah, I don't have a closing and an opening joke.
I never have before. I read, there's a book called The Joke Bible, right? And somebody was talking about it the other day, and they said what you ought to do is you ought to take your second best joke, have it up front, and then have a real like observational joke about how you look or like your general vibe, you know, and then close with your best joke. Which seems like pretty good advice because it's like you're telling people, hey, look, I'm funny, like right at the beginning. You know this joke's gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're pointing out something about yourself so people feel more comfortable. And then you go into your regular material and then you close with your best joke.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty reasonable
I never
advice,
even thought
right?
about that. Yeah.
I don't know. I've started to read more books about comedy and like, kind of write books
there's
and
some
stuff.
good
You know?
books out there, man, and they're free. Some of them was free. I had a book. I forgot what it was called, but I read like 3 pages of it. Then my phone caught a virus.
Oh no!
Yeah,
It just crashed.
Yeah, I know. But it was a free ebook though. It was pretty good.
That's really
the
cool,
3
man.
pages that I read.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
Yeah. The
I feel
introduction.
that. I get a few pages into something and quit too a lot.
Yeah.
If it's not interesting, then it loses me. You know.
Yeah, it was good stuff, man.
That's
Good
crazy.
stuff. Good stuff.
So you're married, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How long you been married?
It'll be 3 years in August.
No shit. We got married around the same time then.
Yeah.
I got married like July 5th. So
Oh
yeah,
shit.
we've been married about 3 years too.
Yeah, I've been with my wife for maybe 14 years.
That's awesome.
I think it's going to be 14 or 15 this year.
Wow, dude. How old are you?
27.
I'm sorry, I don't know if you're supposed to ask that or not.
Yeah.
I figured we're
It's
cool.
all good. No, we've been together since 2005.
Wow, that's amazing.
So that's
Man.
13 years now.
That's a long time. How'd you meet? School? Yeah.
Yeah, school. She was beating me up, and we fell in love.
Fucking stuck your head in the toilet.
No,
you're like, I can get behind this shit.
I said that because I know she's gonna listen to this.
Right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there. So when she hears it, she's gonna be like, "Oh!" Well, yeah, she's gonna be like, "I can't believe you said that." Yeah.
How much shit you want to talk, man? You fucking keep going. That's so funny.
Yeah.
My wife listens to this too, man.
Yeah.
You know.
So I was like,
That's
she's
funny.
gonna listen to it. And I want her to hear this shit. So,
Right, for sure.
So yeah, she used to beat the hell out of me. She still does beat the hell out of me.
Still digging a hole, damn.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I can feel his hole back up. It's
You
nothing.
can fix it, huh?
Yeah, I can fix this
That's
shit.
great. You like being married?
Oh yeah, man, I love it, man.
awesome.
Being married is fucking great. Because you know, okay, this is my thing. I wanna make being married be fun.
Yeah, sure.
I think a lot of single guys that come tell you like how good being single is, but I'm gonna be like, I love being fucking married. Being married is fucking awesome.
Yeah, man, I enjoy it too.
I just love my wife.
It works out all right, man. It's a lot easier if you're lazy, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're lazy, it's
Yeah.
the perfect setup, which
Yeah.
I'm very lazy. So for me, it works out great because it's like the amount of work that goes into it is so much less. than,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Pursuing something, you know?
Yeah, but yeah, marriage is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody listening, go get fucking married, but marry the right person.
Right.
So that's what it is.
You don't get yourself trapped.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
tell everybody that, maybe.
Yeah. So yeah. Go
If it
ahead.
doesn't work out, though, please blame it on K-Log.
Yeah.
Please
blame
say
it on
this
me.
is K-Log's fault.
Yeah, blame it on me. I
Oh,
take
can we
all
get
the blame.
hashtag K-Log divorce going?
No.
That'd be great.
Nah.
Or
Not
how about
that.
hashtag K-Log failed me?
Nah.
I like
Hashtag Kalo told me so. Kalo told me to get married. Because I'm not gonna tell you I don't know, if you don't like your fucking girl, don't marry her.
Right,
That's
for
easy,
sure.
right?
Yeah, simple.
Like I hate people that be like, "Oh, I gotta go home to her. She gets on my nerves." Like,
Right.
if you feel like that, then you need to fucking leave.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because you know we all deserve happiness at the end of the day.
Yeah, but ooh, when I get home.
Look, you have a choice to fix that
Ooh,
shit.
when I get home, oh my god.
Hey,
I'm gonna get.
you can, you know what? You can avoid that shit already.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know, with women, you like they think so much detailed than we do.
Sure.
So all we gotta do is think 2 steps ahead. You can easily avoid conflict if you just think ahead.
Yeah.
Like when I get home, like don't go home. You can stop that shit.
Think ahead.
Yeah, think ahead. You ain't gotta hear a mouth if you don't go home.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
It really isn't that bad. People complain about shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because sometimes, like, dudes complain about the stupidest shit. Because a
Yeah.
lot of times they're right.
Yeah.
But then, like, you look at it a little more closely and you're like, oh, well,
Yeah.
fucking, like, maybe you should do the dishes, like, once.
Yeah.
You know, like, fucking, some dudes, I heard a dude one time complaining and he was literally like, she made me dinner and then she made me want to go do the dishes and, like,
Yeah.
fucking bitched about that. I was like,
Yeah, she
motherfucker, like,
made you dinner.
what the
It's a
fuck are you
50-50
talking
thing.
about?
But see, like, the reason why a lot of people complain because you want to look at other people's situation. And nobody's marriage or relationship is gonna be like yours.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, this girl might suck dick on the ceiling fan. This one might
On the
not.
ceiling fan.
Yeah, she might tie herself. I seen a girl do that the other day.
Well,
Not in
fuck did she
real
pull
life.
that
It was on a
off?
video, but she was on the fucking ceiling fan and she was sucking dick. I don't know how the fuck that shit happened.
How was she? Like, was another dude on a ceiling fan?
No. She was hanging from it and she was going around and around sucking dick. And I was like, well,
How was she sucking dick? Was the dude going round and round with her with
no,
like the world's
no.
longest
He was
dick?
he was just sitting there.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, and the bitch was
Is that
spinning.
not, like incredibly gross?
Yeah, but it's
I-
like
I
it's
know.
what the fuck interesting though, right?
I mean, for the guy. It's just like, I'm there.
Well, maybe she was paid.
Like,
Maybe she got something out of it.
I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't suck. You'd have to pay me a lot of money to suck dick off a ceiling fan. Like that's a lot of fucking money we're talking right there.
But why? Look, it was a girl sucking dick on some
But
ceiling
you know
fan.
what? You still accept money for it.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, if
Maybe
I was
she's
in that
just a freak
situation-
like that. I mean, that's one thing that guy's not complaining about.
Right.
He's just like, bitch, can you come down so we can talk? Like, that's one thing.
He wasn't even asking for it.
Yeah, like, can you get down from the ceiling fans and ask me about my day?
How did this play into marriage, man? I got lost.
But yeah,
Fuck, that's funny. So you're saying people's expectations are what fucking get them. I feel like porn does that, man. It gives people like fucking false expectations and shit.
no, it's just like when you hear, it's like the complaints you hear. Like, nobody's the same. Like, say, like, you get off of work. Some dude might get his feet rubbed after work. You might
Okay.
not.
Right.
But then you start getting mad because you're not getting that treatment. But at the same time, he's wanting something that you getting done. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So
yeah.
I think that's where it has a lot to do in every relationship.
Like Pokemon characters, man.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah.
You might not have this one, but this one has this superpower.
Yeah.
And this one has this special thing.
Like, quit listening to, like, you know, sex is important, but, like, you know, that's not going to happen for everybody. So
Right.
just
It's true. Not everyone's going to get laid.
do what you like. Run it by her. Never be afraid to communicate. If you want your ass licked, tell her. You know, tell her that
Just
shit.
be honest.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of things, like, just be honest.
Right.
We have a lot of liars in this generation.
Yeah, it's true, dude. People don't want to fucking love
Yeah.
ever, do they?
And if you watch porn together, watch something that you really don't like. Because then if you watch something you do like, she's going to know what kind of girls you're into. Yeah.
Smart.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Sharp
That was
advice,
great
man.
advice, Yeah.
Dude, where can people find you?
They can find me on Facebook.
Okay,
At,
is that your main like social media thing?
Yeah. I'm always on Facebook.
Okay.
If I don't get hacked. I'm always on Facebook. Yeah. Facebook K/LOC I am comedy.
Awesome.
Or you can just say K-Loc I am comedy. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Where'd you come up with I Am Comedy?
well, basically, I don't have a team, so it's just me. So
Yeah.
K-Loc I am comedy.
You're the team. That's it.
I am the team.
Brother, it's been good having you on the podcast, man. I really appreciate you a lot because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were super helpful when,
Thank you.
like, right after you won that laugh off, I asked you a bunch of questions and you
Yeah.
really fucking helped me out.
Hell yeah.
Because I didn't know how to fucking write or time jokes and shit.
Yeah.
It was just nice getting the guidance from you, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you mean a lot to me personally. You're a really funny fucking dude too.
Thank you, thank you.
Like you were one of the first like 2 or 3 people when I was in town like watching people.
Yeah.
And I went, okay, fuck. Like I'm funnier than maybe 1 or 2 of these guys potentially, but that guy's really that guy's fucking professionally funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you. It means a lot.
Anytime, dude. I appreciate you coming on the podcast, man.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Ready to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's close it down. All right, man. It's still live and everything, but we'll probably cut something.
Oh, we're going to cut the end part.
Probably.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's all right, you know.